Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppers, today joined by...
Just Michael.
Yes, checking out some more Bottle Logic. This is a fairly hype beer from them, not the most hype vintage, but this is their riff on fundamental observation. This is Fundamental Forces. Huge 18% bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout with Tahitian vanilla beans. Thanks to Chris for this one. He's been our Bottle Logic hookup so far. So yeah.
Bottle Logic hooker.
Hook up. Yeah, well, I guess you could say that too, maybe. But yeah, he's hooked us up with a lot of Bottle Logic. Some of them we have, some of them are on the way. We had the Fall of Umebushu, which was amazing. You've had the regular Fundamental Observation, which you loved. I've had it too. I've had the first 2017 batch of Fundamental Forces in bread as well at MPCC where they were pouring it, along with a test batch of Beer Geek Observation, where I remember both of those. I was like, what, these are crazy, and bread was the same, but there was like no line for any of the beers because they weren't that well known.
The Beer Geek Observation I've had too.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, so this is the 19 vintage, as I said, of Fundamental Forces. They just, it's a riff on Fundamental Observation. Even more craziness, even more vanilla. And then it's 18%. And they aged this for 20 months in select different bourbon barrels. The main thing I've heard about this, a lot of people think it's boozy, but hopefully it's mellowed a bit now with the age. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So pours a very nice pitch black color in the glass.
Yeah.
It looks thick, maybe not as thick as Umebushu, but it's to the thicker side, that's for sure. I mean, you can see coating on the glass of like that brown alcohol legs too.
Yeah.
But 18%, this is brewery style almost.
Yeah, it is brewery style.
But probably more modern.
Let's see.
Yeah, and what head is there is like brown, but yeah, let's check out the aroma. Whoa.
It is brewery style.
It literally smells like you cracked a fresh bottle of bourbon and just put in vanilla beans.
It's a little bit of licorice.
There's so but I think
but I mean it's bourbon and vanilla.
Yeah. I think the licorice is from the vanilla beans. Actually.
Yeah, it could be
because
they
sometimes
have a vanilla,
and charred wood.
Yeah, exactly.
They have the vanilla. Vanilla has like a slightly licorice thing, at least when it's real. But fuck, it is
smells
so
good.
Crazy bourbon. It's like the one so rich smelling. But the vanilla, it's like almost like vanilla frosting, but it's
the head fizzes away too really fast.
It's 18%. I can see why people think it might be boozy because it's a strong smell of bourbon spirit. It's huge.
It is.
Underlying all that, I'm even almost getting hints of maple or just brown sugar.
Definitely some sweet notes, and maybe it's a bourbon. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a fudgy kind of like there's so much bourbon in this. I think it's one of the most bourbon forward barrel aged beers I've had in a long time.
It is a brewery.
Yeah, but I think it's more modern.
It is more modern, but I mean the smell of it.
It's more like brownie battery and whatnot. But yeah, it smells very nice. It's almost like cake frosting. There's so much vanilla. It smells good. Let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Fuck, there's vanilla.
Wow.
Oh.
People are saying this is really boozy. It's spirity. But it's not fucking, like if you don't like whiskey.
Oh, this vanilla.
It's warmer. Wow, that's fucking great.
It is great.
There is so much vanilla. It might not be the perfect vanilla beer, but I think this is just as good as Fundamental Observation. It's the same beer, but it's just, it is warming. But I don't think it's like scrapingly boozy. It's not like when you have a shot of whiskey. It's like the warmth when you sip on it.
Yeah, I think it fits the beer pretty well. Yeah, it does.
But I can see why a lot of people think it's a big detractor. But this is also something you need to split a few people. We're 3, but that's gonna be all right. And it's sweet and it's sticky and it's got that brownie batter thing. It's the same as with the Fall of Umebushu. Yeah, Fall of Umebushu was the same in terms of like brownie batter, sticky richness.
The vanilla in this
one was more
sweetness.
Rich. Yeah. It's almost like it's like just biting into pure, fresh, natural vanilla because it has like that vanilla pod skin thing.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like leathery, dark fruity.
And it's not overly sweet too. It's perfectly balanced with the sweetness against the vanilla.
I think the barrel balances out a bit, but some people I know have given this like a 4 on Untappd, which I do not understand. That's
because you don't like spirit.
or it's because you're spoiled by drinking loads of crazy beers. And
only side project and stuff like that.
For me, this is still a world-class barrel-aged vanilla beer.
Definitely.
Easily. I'm getting brown sugar vibes to it as well. Caramel and fudge. But the big thing is, of course, the vanilla. It's such a intense vanilla experience, but it is warming.
And it's real vanilla.
The more you drink it, for sure, it is warming.
Yeah.
It's on the edge of what I'd maybe call boozy, but it's kind of like just a modernized brewery style beer, and I enjoy that. But I also enjoyed the brewery beers.
Does the extra alcohol do anything good for the beer?
I think it's in terms of just they build up an even bigger base.
Yeah,
and that's part of it. Probably. And then also, if they age it for 20 months in barrels, you're going to get a lot of alcohol out of the barrels. That could also be part of it. And then they're trying to just ramp up everything, doing a bigger, bolder, stronger. Maybe they felt like the base needed to be even bigger and stronger to handle a bigger addition of vanilla. But I think I just remember the first one Brett and I had being better than this.
Also thicker.
Okay.
Yeah, thicker and richer. But I still think this is world-class vanilla beer. I think it's maybe, I definitely enjoyed Omiboshu more as just a barrel-aged beer. I know it's not with vanilla, but just like the base on that just suited the beer. But it's also a whole lot less strong. In general, for me with barrel-aged stouts, I think when we get around 18 and plus, it sometimes can be a bit much. Yeah. But for sipping and sharing, it's nice. I usually like... some breweries just know how to nail it then again. Side Party was 15, but that was just like...
I mean, for most beers, above 15 is a bit too much. I don't know if it does any good for the beer, but yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good beer, this one.
It's a crazy good vanilla beer. Seriously, it slays so much European vanilla beer.
Yeah, it does, because the base just kicks ass.
The base kicks ass, but the big thing is just like, you have to enjoy like a huge barrel presence. It's so barrel forward, like big barrel flavor, loads of also drying oak. It really dries out, both because of alcohol and like really dry woody oak.
It's quite drinkable for 18%.
I think it's surprisingly drinkable even though it's warming. And it's also been sitting just beside an open window to cool a bit. So maybe that helped a bit. I don't know. But
perfect temperature.
This is dope. It's world-class vanilla beer. I
gave 97?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. 96, 97. I preferred Umiboshu just a bit more. And, it's around the same grade as I given Fundamental Observation. And I think, I just don't necessarily enjoy this more. It's just, bigger and bolder than that one.
I agree.
And the other one is just as enjoyable. But people,
maybe more balanced, the regular one, because of the alcohol. Yeah.
But still
it's fantastic beer. It is.
Yeah,
really tastes good.
I'm totally glad we got a bottle of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
No problem. If you guys had a chance to try Bottle Logic's Fundamental Forces, let us know what you thought of it. Either vintage, if you drink a lot of hype, I totally see why a lot of people might also be disappointed, because I know there's a lot of hypers that doing stuff better than this when it comes to vanilla game. But we are just getting started with a lot of kind of hype stuff at the moment. We've always had hype stuff once in a while, but we haven't been in a row with really hype in a long time, or really, really high rated stuff in the barrel game. And we had some side project this year, and we've had, what else have we had? We've had like the Anchorage stuff and all that. And I think a lot of those are better than this, like the Anchorage as well. So maybe a 96 is actually the best grade for this.
I agree.
Because like the Anchorage are better,
I think if there was a 65, I think I'll land there. But it's a great beer. Perhaps you have a bigger reference than me.
But it's still world class. I'd be happy to drink this any day of the week. Maybe not every day of the week, but if someone is like, "Hey, I have a bottle of 09 Fundamental Forces. Do you want some?" It's like,
yes. No thanks. I'll rather have this one.
No thanks. Is it the 17? Okay. No, then I don't want to drink it.
No.
It's a mercy. I don't like it. Beer's not. No, it's fucking great. I drink this again.
Yeah.
So
you get to sound like a desperate, the real housewives of with the big lips.
We could be the real Haze Bros of beer. That could be a documentary. There you go.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you guys had a chance to try Bottle Logic's Fundamental Forces, either vintage, let us know what you thought of it. Do you have a favorite vintage? Let us know. And as always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
Bob.
And burp, and see you guys.
Vanilla burp.
Yeah, vanilla burps, and see you guys in another beer review. And thanks to Chris for the beer. Cheers.
Mm.